Mr. Speaker.
The gentleman asked unanimous consent to address the House for 1 minute.
Oh, I certainly do. Thank you.
Without objection, the gentleman is recognized.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, based on 4 public hearings that I've held in the state of Vermont, and based on the mail and the telephone calls that my office is receiving, it is my belief that the people of Vermont are overwhelmingly convinced that the crisis in the Persian Gulf can be resolved in a nonviolent manner through the continuation of strong economic sanctions against Iraq, sanctions which are rapidly destroying the Iraqi economy and Saddam Hussein's war-making capabilities. As it happens, I share those beliefs and am convinced that at a time when this nation has a $3 trillion debt and is looking at the largest deficit in its history, has a banking system on the verge of collapse, a health care system no longer working for ordinary Americans, an educational system which is underfunded and failing, an industrial and manufacturing base which is rapidly becoming second or third rate compared to Japan and Europe, it is my belief that a war in the Persian Gulf now, an absolutely unnecessary war, would be a terrible mistake that this country would regret for decades to come. Mr. Speaker, one of the concerns that I have had throughout this entire discussion is that the President has refused to be straightforward with the American people and answer some of the tough questions that millions of Americans are asking. Later this afternoon in 5-minute remarks, I hope to raise some of those questions relating to potential casualties, the potential cost of such a war, and the nature of our relationship with such feudalistic dictatorships as Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. Thank you.
The gentleman has expired. The gentleman